Hi students, this is Botany PSR. Today we will explain the most important topic, meiosis. Meiosis is also called reduction division. Why? Because chromosomal number is reduced to half. This meiotic division is also called heterotypic division. Heterotypic division, that is, the genetic material present in parent cell and the daughter cell are not identical. That means, let us suppose this is one cell, finally it becomes meiosis 1 and finally meiosis 2. So, this is 2n, this each one is a haploid cell. Let us suppose 2n is equal to 16 means n is equal to 8. n is equal to 8. So, the genetic material present in the parent cell and the daughter cells are unidentical. Why? Because crossing over occurs in meiosis. That's why the meiosis is also called heterotypic division. One cell becomes how many daughter cells means? 4 daughter cells. How many daughter cells? One cell becomes 4 cells means meiosis. One cell becomes 2 cells means mitosis. 2n becomes n, that is meiosis. If 2n becomes 2n means mitosis. 2n becomes n means meiosis. So, meiosis is also called reduction division. Why? Because 16 becomes 8, no? Chromosomal number is reduced to half in daughter cells. That's why the meiotic division is also called reduction division. The genetic material present in the parent cell and the daughter cells are not identical, dissimilar. That's why the meiosis is also called heterotypic division. Right. Where does this meiotic division occurs means? It occurs in reproductive cells, also called germinal cells. This meiosis occurs in reproductive cells. Or germinal cells. Next one. This meiotic division occurs during, when does this meiotic division occurs means? Gametogenesis. That is, during the formation of gametes, this meiotic division occurs. Meiotic division occurs during gametogenesis. The cells that undergo meiosis are called meiocytes. Cyte means cell. Cyte means cell. Meo means meiosis. The cell that undergoes meiosis are called meiocytes. Okay. Next, then where does that mitosis occur? Mitosis occur in meristematic cells, whereas meiosis occurs in reproductive cells. Then in anther, number of RDs means number of meiotic divisions that occur in each anther means many. Number of meiotic divisions that occur in each anther means many. Number of reduction divisions that occur in each ovule means only one meiosis. Very, very important. Number of reduction divisions that occur in each anther, many. Why? Because many means that anther contains many pollen mother cells. Each pollen mother cell undergo reduction division. Many pollen mother cells means many reduction divisions. This ovule contains only one reduction division. Why? Because one of the nuclear cell converts into megaspore mother cell. That is, one ovule contains one megaspore mother cell. That's why one meiotic division occurs. Next, Where does this meiosis occurs in lower plants like algae and fungi? In algae and fungi, meiotic division occurs in zygote, whereas in bryophyta and pteridophyta, meiotic division occurs in spore mother cells. Bryophyta and pteridophyta, meiotic division occurs in spore mother cells. In gymnosperms, meiotic division occurs in microspore mother cells and megaspore mother cells, whereas in angiosperms, pollen mother cells and megaspore mother cells. Pollen mother cells are also called microspore mother cells. Again I am saying, my dear students, meiotic division occurs in dash in algae and fungi. Meiotic division occurs in dash in algae and fungi. Zygote. Meiotic division occurs in dash in bryophyta and pteridophyta, that is spore mother cells. Meiotic division occurs in gymnosperms and angiosperms, that is pollen mother cells, both gymnosperms and angiosperms same only, pollen mother cells and megaspore mother cells. Pollen mother cells is also called microspore mother cells. Okay, right. Now look at here, my dear students. Look at here, my dear students. This is mitosis. One cell, let us suppose 2n is equal 16. One cell becomes how many cells? 2 cells. Is there any change in ploidy? 2n becomes 2n, isn't it? So that is 2n becomes 2n means mitosis. At the end of mitosis, how many daughter cells are formed? 2 daughter cells are formed. 2n is equal 16. Each daughter cell is also having 2n is equal to 16. So one cell becomes 2 cells means mitosis. Here also one cell becomes 2 cells. So here n is equal 15 I have taken. Here also n is equal 15. So there is no change in the chromosomal number. No change in the chromosomal number. One cell becomes 2. One cell becomes 2. That is will be the mitosis. This mitosis occurs both in diploid cells and haploid cells. Okay. Now here meiosis. Meiosis, one cell becomes how many cells? How many daughter cells? 4 daughter cells. Here n2n is equal to 16. Here n is equal to 18. Chromosomal number is reduced to half. Chromosomal number is reduced to half. 2n becomes n. That's why the meiotic division is also called reductional division. RD, reductional division. 2n is equal to 16. Finally, each daughter cell is having haploid number of chromosomes. One cell becomes how many daughter cells? 4 cells. So this meiotic division, it contains meiosis 1, meiosis 2. At the end of meiosis 1, 2 daughter cells are formed. At the end of meiosis 2, 4 daughter cells are formed. So one cell becomes 4 cells means meiosis. One cell becomes 2 cells means mitosis. If you look at here means 2n becomes 2n means it is definitely be the mitosis. N becomes n means definitely be the mitosis. 2n becomes n means definitely be the meiosis. 2n becomes 2n, n becomes n, that is mitosis. 2n becomes n means it should be definitely meiosis. Okay, right. Meiosis. This meiosis contains 2 major steps: meiosis 1, meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 contains meiosis 1, meiosis 2. This meiosis 1 contains karyokinesis 1, cytokinesis 1. Meiosis 2 contains karyokinesis 2, cytokinesis 2. Again karyokinesis. What does it mean karyokinesis? Division of nucleus is called karyokinesis. Division of cytoplasm is called cytokinesis. Division of nucleus is called karyokinesis. Division of cytoplasm is called cytokinesis. Again this karyokinesis 1 contains prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. How many steps? 4 steps. Of these 4 steps, what is the longest phase of K1 or meiosis 1 means prophase 1. Why? Because it contains 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leptotin, zygotin, packaging, diplotin, diakinesis. Number of steps in meiosis 1, prophase 1. Prophase of meiosis 1. Leptotin, zygotin, packaging, diplotin, diakinesis. Code is LZP dip dia. What is the code to remember? LZP dip dia. Again, LZP dip dia. So, 5 steps of prophase 1 in the correct sequence. Leptotin, zygotin, packaging, diplotin, diakinesis. We have to say them in the sequential order. We have to say them in the order. Okay. Prophase 1. This is the longest phase of meiosis 1. Next, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. Karyokinesis 2 contains prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, telophase 2. If we observe, this means K1, K2. That means how many times that nucleus undergoes division? How many times that nuclear divisions occur? 2 times. K1, K2. How many times that nucleus divides? 2 times. 1 bit. This is cytokinesis 1, cytokinesis 2. That is how many times the cytoplasm divides? 2 times. How many times the cytoplasm divides? 2 times. How many times that nucleus undergoes division? 2 times. Okay. Longest phase of meiosis 1 means prophase 1. In that prophase 1, what is the longest phase means? This is the longest phase. Here, the crossing over occurs. That is, before packaging, the 2 sister chromatids are identical. Here, crossing over occurs means from the packaging, after packaging, the 2 chromatids are unidentical, not identical. Okay. Right. Before meiosis, interphase occurs. Interphase occurs means G1, S, G2. In which phase the DNA replication occurs? S phase. So, that is number of replications occur in meiosis 1 time. Mitosis also, before mitosis, interphase occur. In that interphase, S phase DNA replication occur. How many times the DNA replication occurs in mitosis? 1 time. Meiosis? 1 time. That is number of replications that occur in each mitosis and in each meiosis respectively means 1 and 1. Before mitosis, 1 replication of DNA. Before meiosis, 1 replication of DNA. That is number of replications that occur in each mitosis means 1. Number of replications that occur in each meiosis means 1. Okay. Right. Now, let us go to one by step. Okay. Step by step. Right. First phase of prophase 1 means leptotin, also called leptonema. Zygotin, also called zygonema. Packaging, also called pachynemia. Diplotin, also called diplonema. Last stage is called diakinesis. So, step by step we have to learn. Right. Leptotin. This is the diagram of leptotin. This is the chromosome. This is another chromosome. This is another chromosome. This is another chromosome. Total how many chromosomes are there? 4 chromosomes. 2n is equal to 4 means 2n is equal to 4 means this belongs to haplopappus. This belongs to haplopappus. We are studying in terms of organism called haplopappus. The cells that undergo meiosis are called, in which cells the meiotic division occurs means reproductive cells or germinal cells. When does this meiotic division occurs means during gametogenesis, during the formation of gametes. Okay, right. That is, before this step means interphase occurs. No, interphase means G1, S, G2. DNA duplication occurs in S phase. DNA duplication also called DNA replication. So, one chromosome G1 phase is having one chromosome with one chromatid, whereas S phase contains each chromosome with two chromatids. G2 phase also contains each chromosome with two chromatids. That's why, so before the leptotin which phase occurs? G2, before the G2 S phase. So that is, from leptotin each chromosome with two chromatids. This is one chromatid, this is another chromatid. So number of chromosomes 4, number of chromatids 8, 4 into 2 8. Right, what are the important events that occur in leptotin? So that is, what are the events means chromosomes gradually visible. Chromosomes gradually visible. Chromosomes gradually visible. Next one, compaction of chromosomes. Compaction of chromosomes occur. CHRS means chromosomes. Compaction of chromosomes occur. Next one, identity of chromosomes. Identity of chromosomes. So chromosomes gradually visible, compaction of chromosomes, identity of chromosomes occur. And in this leptotin phase, chromosomes are irregularly arranged. Chromosomes are irregularly arranged. But in animal cells, in some cases, in animal cells, these chromosomes are arranged in the form of bouquet. These chromosomes, normally chromosomes are irregularly arranged, and these chromosomes are moved towards the poles. These chromosomes are tried to move toward the poles and arrange the form of a bouquet. Okay, in which cells means? In animal cells, in some cases. Generally chromosomes are irregularly arranged, or in some cases these chromosomes are moved towards the poles and arranged in the form of bouquet stage. Okay, this bouquet stage appear in which stage means leptotin. Okay, next, zygote. What does it mean? Zygote. Zygote means zygote. Zygote means one paternal chromosome, one maternal chromosome come close together. Come close together means, that is, synapses occur. So what is synapses means? One paternal chromosome and one maternal chromosome come close together. This one pairing of homologous chromosomes is called synapses. Pairing of homologous chromosomes is called synapses. Very, very important point. Synapses occurs in zygote. So this is one pair. This one pair is called bivalent. This another pair is called another bivalent. Bivalent 1, bivalent 2. How many bivalents are there? 2 bivalents. So second point means, which are formed means, bivalents are formed. Bivalents are formed. Bivalents are formed. In each bivalent, how many chromosomes are present means? 2 chromosomes. How many chromosomes? 2 chromosomes. In each bivalent, how many chromatids means? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that you have to take. Number of centromeres means 2. In each centromere, how many kinetochores are present means each chromosome is having 2 chromatids means 2 kinetochores. Here also 2 kinetochores. 4 kinetochores are present. So, a pairing of homologous chromosomes is called synapsis. Next one, bivalents are formed. These two are the important characteristics of zygote. How these two homologous chromosomes get together? One belongs to paternal, that is from father, and another chromosome belongs to maternal. So, that is a pair of homologous chromosomes contain one paternal chromosome and one maternal chromosome. Let us suppose this is one chromosome, this is another chromosome. A pair of homologous chromosomes get together. A pair means a proteinaceous structure is formed. This is so called synaptonemal complex. Synaptonemal complex which is proteinaceous. So, a synaptonemal complex is formed between two homologous chromosomes which is made up of proteinaceous. Synapsis means synaptonemal complex is formed between a pair of homologous chromosomes. Synaptonemal complex is formed which is made up of proteins. That's why those two homologous chromosomes not able to separate. Okay. Next, so what are the two important events that occur in zygote means? One is synapsis, bivalents are formed. How many bivalents are there means? 2 bivalents. That is number of bivalents means 2n by 2. We have to take 2n by 2. Diploid number of chromosomes by 2. That is number of bivalents. Number of bivalents in maize, 2n is equal to 20, no? 20 by 2, 10 bivalents. Number of bivalents in haplopappus, 2n by 2, 4 by 2, 2 bivalents. Bivalent 1, bivalent 2. Number of bivalents in onion, 2n is equal to 16. That's why 2n by 2, 8 bivalents. Like that you have to take. So, number of bivalents means 2n by 2. That is the number of bivalents formula. Okay. These are the two important events that occur in zygote. Next, third stage, Pachytene. This is the most important stage of prophase 1. Most important stage, and also it should be considered as longest phase. It should be considered as longest phase of prophase 1. Next one, here what occurs means crossing over occurs. Crossing over occurs in Pachytene. Very, very important point. Where does that crossing over occurs means? That is, crossing over occurs at X-shaped structures called chiasmata. This is the X-shaped structure. There, crossing over. What is crossing over? That is exchange of genetic material. Exchange of genetic material between two non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes is called crossing over. Crossing over occurs at X-shaped structures called chiasmata. First of all, X-shaped structures are formed and then crossing over occurs. X-shaped structures called chiasmata and then crossing over. Like that you have to take the order. First of all, X-shaped structures called chiasmata are formed and then exchange will occur. So, that is chiasmata are formed first and then crossing over occurs. Crossing over occurs means recombination. Crossing over occurs means recombination. Let us see here. This is the chromosome. This is one chromatid. This is another chromatid. The two chromatids of same chromosome are called. The two chromatids of same chromosome are called sister chromatids. The two chromatids of same chromosome are called sister chromatids. Now look at here. This is also another chromosome. The two chromatids of same chromosome are called sister chromatids. Okay. So where does that crossing over occurs means? first of all, this is the chromatid, like this it occurs. So these two are, what do you call, these two are non-sister chromatids. These two are non-sister chromatids. Okay, so crossing over always occurs between non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. Now I am asking question. Crossing over occurs between sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. False. Crossing over occurs between two homologous chromosomes. True. Crossing over occurs between two sister chromatids of non-homologous chromosomes. False. Crossing over always occurs between two non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. True. So these two chromosomes are called homologous chromosomes. And here let us suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 chromatids are called sister chromatids. 3, 4 chromatids are called sister chromatids only. 1, 3 chromatids are called non-sister chromatids. Is there any crossing over occurs? Yes. 1, 3 are called non-sister, no? Crossing over occurs. 2, 3 are called non-sister chromatids. Is there any crossing over occurs? Yes. Next, 2, 3 are called non-sister chromatids. Is there any crossing over occurs? Yes. 2, 4 are called non-sister chromatids. Is there any chance to occur crossing over? Yes. So crossing over always occurs between two non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. So first of all, chiasmata is formed. Chiasmata dash shape means X shape. This is X shape. So here also it may combine like this. Okay. So first of all, X shaped structures are formed and then crossing over. This crossing over occurs at recombination nodule. This crossing over is an enzyme mediated process. Enzyme involved is recombinase. Where does this crossing over occurs? At the site of recombination is recombination nodule. Site of crossing over is recombination nodule. Now look at here means, here how many chromosomes are present? How many chromosomes are present? 2 chromosomes. These 2 chromosomes together called one bivalent. These 2 chromosomes together called another bivalent. If this bivalent, if you observe, means number of chromosomes 2 chromosomes, number of chromatids 4 chromatids, number of chromatids 4 chromatids. 4 chromatids together called tetrad. 4 chromatids together called tetrad. So called Packetean tetrads. Packetean tetrads found in Packetean stage. Okay. Packetean tetrad means how many Packetean tetrad contain how many chromatids? 4 chromatids. That's why it is so called tetrad. How many tetrads are formed? How many tetrad? This is one tetrad. This is another tetrad. So number of tetrads is equal to number of bivalents. Previous how many bivalents are there? 2 bivalents. How many tetrads are there? 2 tetrads. Tetrad means 4 chromatids together structure called tetrad. How many tetrads formed means 2 tetrads. Each tetrad contains how many chromatids? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that you have to take. Number of bivalents is equal to number of tetrads. Now I am asking few questions. Ratio between number of bivalents. If we take number of bivalents 1, number of chromosomes. Ratio between number of bivalents and chromosomes. 1 bivalent means number of chromosomes 2. Next, number of chromatids. Bivalent contains number of chromatids 4. Okay. And next one, number of tetrads. Tetrad means one bivalent contains one tetrad. Try to understand. This is one bivalent, no? One bivalent contains one tetrad. This is the second bivalent. This is the second tetrad. So, number of bivalents is equal to number of tetrads. Next one, number of centromeres. Number of centromeres means 2. This is one centromere, this is another centromere. Next, number of kinetochores. Number of kinetochores. Each chromosome is having 2 chromatids means inside the centromere 2 disc-shaped structures called kinetochores are present. One chromosome with 2 chromatids means 2 kinetochores are present. This chromosome is also having 2 kinetochores. Total kinetochores in each bivalent means 4. Like that you have to take. So, number of bivalents, if you take 1 means number of chromosomes involved 2, number of chromatids 4, number of tetrads, this somewhat difficult, my dear students. Tetrad means 4 chromatids together called 1 tetrad. 4 chromatids together called 1 tetrad. Here how many chromosomes are there? 4 chromosomes. How many bivalents are there? This is one bivalent, this is another bivalent. 2 bivalents. 2 bivalents means this is one tetrad, this is one tetrad. Tetrad means 4 chromatid structure is called tetrad. Tetrads are formed in, that is, tetrads are found in Packetin stage. First of all, chiasmata structures are formed and then crossing over. Crossing over leads to recombination. That is, here the crossing over occurs means before the Packetin, all the sister chromatids are genetically identical. After the Packetin stage, remaining all other stages, the 2 sister chromatids are genetically unidentical. This is very, very important. Here the crossing over occurs, no? Crossing over occurs. So, before the Packetin stage, the 2 sister chromatids are genetically identical. After the Packetin stage or from the Packetin stage, the 2 chromatids of same chromosome are genetically unidentical, not identical. Okay. So, this crossing over is an enzyme mediated process. True. Enzyme involved in crossing over is recombinase. Site of crossing over or recombination is recombination nodule. Recombination nodule. So, X-shaped structures called chiasmata. So, chiasmata dash shape, X shape. So, this is about Packetin stage. Now, crossing over is completed now. Next one, here this is the diplotin stage. Diplotin stage. So, here is the synaptonemal complex is there now, that slowly this synaptonemal complex is going on to be degenerate. Dissolution of synaptonemal complex, very, very important point. Dissolution of synaptonemal complex. Dissolution of synaptonemal complex occurs in which phase? Diplotin. It is the fourth stage of prophase 1. Next one, whenever the dissolution of synaptonemal complex is degenerated means, synaptonemal complex is going on degenerate means, the tendency of homologous chromosomes separated from each other except at the site of crossing over. The tendency of homologous chromosomes get separated from each other except at the site of crossing over. So, when 2 homologous chromosomes get together means synapsis. Here separated from each other, that is so called desynapsis. Desynapsis. Synapsis occurs in zygote. Desynapsis occurs in diplotin. 2 homologous chromosomes get together in zygote, which process so called synapsis. 2 two homologous chromosomes are separated from each other except at the site of crossing over, that is so called desynapsis. Okay. So, dissolution of synaptonemal complex and desynapsis occur. In some oocytes of vertebrates, it occurs for months and years. In oocytes of, this is also very, very important. In some oocytes of vertebrates, it occurs for months or years. So, which stage occurs for months or years in some vertebrates? That is diplotin. In some oocytes of vertebrates, this diplotin occurs for months or years. So, what are the points related to diplotin means? Dissolution of synaptonemal complex occur. The tendency of homologous chromosomes get separate from each other except at the site of crossing over. This is so called desynapsis. If homologous chromosomes get together means synapsis. Separated from each other means desynapsis. Okay. Next one, in some vertebrates of oocytes, diplotin occurs for months and years. Which phase? Diplotin. And last phase of prophase 1, diakinesis. So, here the chiasmata looks like this, no? This chiasmata move toward the ends of the chromosome. Let us suppose this is the chromosome. Now, this chromosome moves toward the ends of the chromosome. The chromosome moves toward the ends of the chromosome. So, this is so called terminalization. This is so called terminalization. This is very, very important. Terminalization of chiasmata occurs in diakinesis. This is the last phase of prophase 1 means finally nuclear membrane, nucleolus disappear and ER and GC also disappear. So, nuclear membrane and nucleolus, this is the nucleolus, this is the nuclear membrane, disappear. So, at the end of prophase 1, nuclear membrane, nucleolus disappear. Next, cell organelles like endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus disappear. So, next phase means prophase 2, that is which phase is called transition to metaphase 1. Next phase is metaphase 1. So, which phase is called transition to metaphase 1, that is diakinesis. This is very, very minute point, my dear students. Which phase is called transition to metaphase 1, that means which stage, that is before metaphase 1, that is the meaning. So, after completion of diakinesis, it enters into a stage called metaphase 1. So, which phase is transition to metaphase 1, that is so called diakinesis. Few important points, my dear students. Synapsis occurs in, that is zygote. Crossing over occurs in pachytene. Dissolution of synaptonemal complex occurs in diplotin. Desynapsis occurs in diplotin. Terminalization of chiasmate occurs in, that is diakinesis. If you look at here means how many times that nucleus undergoes divisions? 2 times. How many times the cytoplasm undergoes division? 2 times. Here prophase 1, prophase 2. This prophase, nuclear membrane and nucleolus disappear. How many times that nuclear membrane nucleolus disappear means? 2 times. Okay. Here this is telophase 1, this is telophase 2. At the end of telophase means nuclear membrane nucleolus reappear. That is how many times that nuclear membrane nucleolus reappear means? 2 times. Endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi complex disappear how many times? 2 times. Reappear how many times? 2 times. Okay, please note down all these points and I will be explain the continuation part. Sir, few seconds, enough. Now look at here, my dear students. This is the metaphase. That means which phase is a transition to metaphase 1 means which phase is a transition to metaphase 1 means before this which stage occurs? Diakinesis. Diakinesis is called transition to metaphase 1. Okay. So those bivalents come at equatorial plate. This is the equatorial plate. So bivalents at equatorial plate are, this is one pair, this is another pair. Pairs of homologous chromosomes at equatorial plate. Center of the cell is called equator. So all the chromosomes at equator, that is so called equatorial plate, as they come at metaphase, so called metaphase plate. So pairs of homologous chromosomes lie at equatorial plate. Next, that is first point. Another point, spindle fibers are formed. Formation of spindle fibers. Formation of spindle fibers. So what are the two important means? One is called bivalence at equatorial plate. Next one, spindle fibers formation. These two are the two important events of metaphase 1. Okay, each chromosome is with two chromatids. Chromosomes at equatorial plate. Spindle fibers are formed. What is the relation between equatorial plate and spindle fibers? The spindle fibers and equatorial plate both are perpendicular to each other. Okay. Now, contraction of spindle fibers occur. So this chromosome will move upper pole, this chromosome will move lower pole. Is there any division of centromere? No. This is the very, very important point. So contraction of spindle fibers occur, no centromere division. So when contraction occurs, this chromosome goes to upper pole, this chromosome goes to lower pole. There is no division of centromere. This is the very, very important point. No centromere division. So centromere does not divide in anaphase 1. Next one, homologous chromosomes. Homologous chromosomes move towards opposite poles. Next one, each chromosome with how many chromatids? 2 chromatids. Each chromosome with how many chromatids? 2 chromatids. In anaphase 1, number of chromosomes means here 2 chromosomes, here 2 chromosomes, isn't it? So in anaphase 1, number of chromosomes 4 chromosomes. At each pole means this one. At each pole, number of chromosomes means 2 chromosomes. Number of chromosomes at each pole in anaphase 1, 2 chromosomes. Number of chromatids at each pole, number of chromatids, 4 chromatids. This is very, very important, my dear students. At each pole, number of chromosomes, 2. Number of chromatids at each pole, each chromosome with 2 chromatids, no, 2 plus 2, 4. Number of chromosomes in anaphase 1, that is 4 chromosomes. Anaphase 1 means you have to take upper pole and lower pole. At each pole means only we have to take one pole. So number of chromosomes in anaphase 1 cell, 4 chromosomes. Number of chromatids at anaphase 1, 8 chromatids. So this is so called segregation of chromosomes or disjunction of chromosomes. When bivalents come at equatorial plate, this is so called chromosomal congression. So chromosomal congression. Now look at here, this is the metaphase 1. Metaphase 1. Okay. All the bivalents come at equatorial plate. Pairs of chromosomes come at equatorial plate. This is so called chromosomal congression. Here, each chromosome with 2 chromatids move towards their opposite poles. This is called segregation of chromosomes or disjunction of chromosomes. Actual chromosomal number is reduced to half in anaphase 1. Very, very important point, my dear students. Actual chromosomal number is reduced to half in. Which phase means? Anaphase 1. Here, is there any division of syndrome here? No. Contraction of the spindle fibers? No. Division of syndrome here. And homologous chromosomes move towards their respective poles. Anaphase 1 cell means you have to take this one. At each pole means only this one. Number of chromosomes in anaphase, 4 chromosomes. Number of chromatids, number of chromatids, number of chromosomes in anaphase 1, 4 chromosomes. Number of chromatids in anaphase 1, 4 to 8 chromatids. At each pole means this one. At each pole number of chromosomes, 2 chromosomes. At each pole number of chromatids, 4 chromatids. Each chromosome with 2 chromatids move towards their opposite poles. Okay. This is so called segregation of chromosomes, also called disjunction of chromosomes. Right. Now here nuclear membrane and nucleolus reappear. Appearance of nucleolus is called nucleologenesis. Appearance of nucleolus is called nucleologenesis. And endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi complex also reappear. Okay, next. So, next one, cytokinesis. In plant cells, it occurs by cell plate method. In dash manner means that is centrifugal manner. That is in between the 2 daughter nuclei, Golgi vesicles come at equatorial plate. Those Golgi vesicles fuse together and form cell plate. Cell plate goes in the direction of centrifugal manner. In plant cells, the cytokinesis occurs by a method called cell plate method. In dash manner, centrifugal manner. Whereas in animal cells, the cytokinesis occurs by which method? Furrowing method. how many daughter cells are formed? Two daughter cells are formed. These two daughter cells together called dyad of cells. Dyad means two daughter cells. How many dyads means one dyad. How many daughter cells are found at the end of cytokinesis 1 means how many dyads means 1. How many daughter cells means 2. So dyad of these two daughter cells together called dyad of cells. How many daughter cells? Two daughter cells. Number of dyads means 1. Number of dyads means 1. Okay. Next after cytokinesis 1 again it comes to one phase called enterokinesis. Enterokinesis, that is G1 phase occurs, S phase does not occur, G2 phase occurs. What is the enterokinesis means? Between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. What is enterokinesis means? What is enterokinesis means? The phase that is present between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 is called enterokinesis. In enterokinesis, G1 phase occur and G2 phase occur, but not S phase. S phase does not occur. That is no DNA replication. Okay. And it is short-lived. Next one, meiosis 2. What is the first stage of meiosis 2 means? Prophase 2. This meiosis 2 is similar to mitosis. Meiosis 2 is similar to mitosis. That's why the meiosis 2 is also called homeotypic division. So prophase 2, these two daughter cells, that is nuclear membrane nucleolus, disappear. Nuclear membrane nucleolus disappear. This is the importance of prophase 2. Chromosomes come at equatorial plate. Chromosomes come at equatorial plate. Spindle fibers are formed. Normal points. Okay. How many chromosomes are at equatorial plate? Each equatorial plate means 2. At each equatorial number of chromosomes at each equatorial plate 2. Number of bivalents at each equatorial plate of metaphase 1. 2 bivalents. Try to remember number of bivalents at each equatorial plate 2 bivalents. Number of chromosomes at each equatorial plate in metaphase 2 chromosomes. Okay. Now contraction of spindle fibers occur centromere device. Contraction of spindle fibers occur centromere device. This is very, very important. Centromere device. Here no division of centromere. Here division of centromere. Contraction of spindle fibers. Division of centromere. Each chromosome with one chromatid move towards their opposite poles. Here at each pole number of chromosomes 2. Here at each pole number of chromosomes 2. That means at each pole number of chromosomes in anaphase 1 is 2. Anaphase 2 also 2 only. What is the difference? Each chromosome with 2 chromatids. Each chromosome with 1 chromatid. At each pole number of chromatids in A1. At each pole number of chromatids in A1. 4 chromatids. At each pole number of chromatids. At each pole in A2. 2 chromatids. This is the difference. Here at each pole number of chromosomes 2. Here is also number of chromosomes 2 only at each pole. Then what is the difference? Here each chromosome with 1 chromatid. Here each chromosome with 2 chromatids. That is the important point. You have to remember. Do you understand, my dear students? Right. In anaphase, again I am repeating, my dear students. This is at each pole. Number of chromosomes 2. At each pole number of chromatids 4. In anaphase 2. This is at each pole. Chromosomes is equal to 2. chromatids is equal to 2. At each number of chromosomes is 2. Chromatids is equal to 2. Okay. Next, go to telophase. Telophase means nuclear membrane, and nucleolus reappear, and ER and GC reappear. So overall, how many times that nuclear membrane nucleolus disappear means P1 here, here nuclear membrane and nucleolus disappear. P1, P2, 2 times. Reappear means 2 times. Next, endoplasmic reticulum Golgi complex. How many times reappear? Telophase 1, telophase 2. Reappearance 2 times. Disappear also 2 times. P1, P2 disappear. P1, P2 reappear. Right. Reappearance of nucleolus is called nucleologenesis. Right. At the end of meiosis 2, there is cytokinesis 2. How many daughter cells are formed? 4 daughter cells are formed. Each daughter cell is having how many chromosomes? 2 chromosomes. Here also cytokinesis 1. Each daughter cell is having how many chromosomes? 2 chromosomes. Then what is the difference? See, this is the daughter cell. Each daughter cell is having 2 chromosomes. Each chromosome with 2 chromatids. In each daughter cell in meiosis 1, each chromosome with 2 chromatids. 1 chromosome from each bivalent. If you observe that bivalent means one chromosome will go to upper pole and another chromosome will go to lower pole. So that's why 1 chromosome from each bivalent. Each daughter cell is having 2 chromosomes. 1 chromosome belongs to paternal, another chromosome belongs to maternal. Here, if you observe the cytokinesis 2, in each daughter cell in meiosis 2, each chromosome with 1 chromatid. That is the difference. In meiosis 2, each daughter cell is having 2 chromosomes. Each daughter cell is having 2 chromosomes. Each chromosome with 1 chromatid. Here, meiosis 1, daughter cell is having 2 chromosomes. Each chromosome is having 2 chromatids. That is the difference. Here 2 chromosomes. Here is also 2 chromosomes. Here each chromosome with 2 chromatids. Here each chromosome with 1 chromatid. Here 1 chromosome belongs to paternal, another chromosome belongs to maternal. Here also 1 chromosome belongs to paternal, another chromosome belongs to maternal. So that is paternal means from father, maternal means from mother. Each chromosome with 1 chromatid, 1 chromosome from each bivalent, 2 chromosomes present. 1 chromosome is paternal, other chromosome is maternal. So I want to ask a few more questions, my dear students. So how many times that cell plates occur? Cell plates occur. How many cell plates occur? Cytokinesis 1, 1 cell plate. Cytokinesis 2, 2 daughter cells are no 2 cell plates. Total 3. Number of cell plates formed in meiosis 3. Number of cell plates formed in meiosis 3. 3 how means? Cytokinesis 1, 1 cell plate. Cytokinesis 2, 2 cell plate. Total number of cell plates formed means 3. Next, number of replications occur in mitosis 1. Number of replications occur in meiosis 1. Though here interkinesis is present, there is no S phase. Before meiosis, interphase occurs. Before mitosis, interphase occurs. Interphase, this is interkinesis. Interkinesis, both G1 and G2 are present, but S phase is absent. Number of replications that occur in each mitosis 1, in each meiosis 1. How many times nuclear membrane nucleolus disappear? 2 times. P1, P2. How many times nuclear membrane and nucleolus reappear? 2 times. That is T1, T2. Telophase 1, telophase 2. Next, how many times that ER and GC disappearance? 2 times. Prophase 1 and prophase 2. How many times ER and GC reappear? That is telophase 1 and telophase 2. How many times condensation occur? How many times condensation occur means 2 times. P1, prophase 1, prophase 2. How many times decondensation occur? 2 times. Telophase 1, telophase 2. Okay. In meiosis, the most important point is how many times the centromere division occurs. How many times the centromere division occurs? 1 time. That 1 time in anaphase 2. Here try to remember, my dear students, this is somewhat typical. In anaphase 1, no division of centromere. In anaphase 2, division of centromere. Here, anaphase 1, each chromosome with 2 chromatids. Here, each chromosome with 1 chromatid. Now, I am asking one question. In anaphase 1, homologous chromosomes move toward the opposite poles. True. In anaphase 1, daughter chromosomes move toward the opposite poles. False. Don't say daughter chromosomes. What does it mean, daughter chromosome? Daughter chromosome means each chromosome with 1 chromatid is called daughter chromosome. Okay. So here each chromosome with 1 chromatid move toward the opposite poles. In anaphase 1, Now look at here, my dear students, significance of meiosis. What is the meiosis significance? Where does it occur? It occurs in reproductive cells or germinal cells. That means it helps in maintaining the chromosomal number from generation to another generation. So which cell division helps in maintaining the constant chromosomal number from one generation to the next generation means meiosis. Which cell division is helpful in maintaining the constant chromosomal number in all the cells of the body means mitosis. Generation to generation means meiosis. Next, due to crossing over, genetic recombinations occur which results in origin of new species which results in evolution. Due to crossing over, where does that crossing over occurs? Packaging. Genetic recombinations occur which help in origin of species, thus lead to evolution. Crossing over occurs in packaging, results in genetic recombinations, results in origin of new species, results in evolution. This meiosis occurs in only in diploid cells, never occurs in haploid cells. Will that meiosis occurs in haploid organisms? Yes. Where does that meiosis occurs in haploid organisms means in zygote. Haploid organisms contain, that is algae and fungi contain zygote. In that zygote, that meiotic division occurs. So meiotic division occurs in diploid cells only. True. Meiotic division occurs in diploid organisms only. False. It also occurs in haploid organisms like algae and fungi. In algae and fungi, where does that meiosis occurs? In zygote. So zygote undergoes meiosis in algae and fungi. Next, genetic variability increases. Genetic variability increases. So this is all about meiosis and significance of meiosis. Okay? Try to note down all these points, my dear students, and we will meet in the next class. Thank you.